Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Ashraf bin Muhammad Anwar. My metric number is 2021111019. Today I'm going to present to you about geographical sources. As you know, geographical sources, specific sources is a specific sources with specifically prepared to provide geographical information or used to answer location question. Is a typically contain information concerning the geographical makeup of a country, region or continent, the social statistic and physical features such as mountains, waterways or roads. It also includes information about the location of places, dimensions of physical features and also population. As you know, information change time to times. Before, you can find the all information you need in a piece of paper, but now all the information have in the internet. Now digital data are widely available and the number of electronic map product available via the web and on commercial CD-ROM. With this, you can find ready reference, you can find a research, you can know about environmental analysis, know about historical studies, and last but not least, you can find the location that you need to go. So now let me explain to you what is a map. Usually people define a map as where they want to go from this place to another place, but they actually don't know what is the information contained inside a map itself. So a map is defined as a representation of a part of the whole of the surface of the earth or a celestial body delineated on a plane surface. Earth point in the drawing intended to correspond to a geographical or a celestial position. It represents the outer boundaries of a part of the earth or the earth as a whole on a plane surface. In simple, it is a simplified depiction of a space with highlights relations between components such as objects and regions of that space. Most usually, a map is a two-dimensional, geometrically accurate representation, normally to scale of all or a portion of the three-dimensional Earth surface or of the heavens or another celestial body. More generally, maps can be devised to represent any local property of the world or part of it. Maps are usually stored in specifically designed cases which allow them to lie flat. Next, what is atlas? An atlas is a collection of maps traditionally bound into book form, but also found in multimedia formats. It gives geographic features, political boundaries, and sometimes geopolitical, social, religious, and economic statistics. ALA glossary defines atlas as a volume of map, plates, engraving, tablets, etc., with or without descriptive letterpress. It may be an independent publication, or it may have been issued to accompany one or more volumes of text. Some cartographically or commercially important atlas include Times Atlas of the World, United Kingdom 1920, Atlas Mira, Russia 1937, National Geographic Atlas of the World, United States 1963, History Atlas of China, and some other atlas are thematic. For example, the Time Atlas of World Exploration. In the geographical sources, there are three types, which is physical, a road, and political. So for the physical, a physical map is a representation of natural features of the earth, such as mountain, plateaus, plain, rivers, oceans, etc. Physical maps are also called relief maps. Next is a rotor map. A rotor map is a map that shows the main roads in a particular area or the main roads used by buses, trains, and other form of transport in a particular area. And the last one but not least, the political. So these sources are important to know the political boundaries of the different countries, states, and cities. So usually this information is really useful for people, because like I said before, people now is only know where they want to go from this place to another place, but they actually don't know what is the information content in a map. Such as, let's say if they want to go to this place, they actually know, alright, this place having a bridge, they must go into. This place have a mountain, a rivers, and so on. If they don't know about that, it's really gonna make them in a dangerous position, because we don't know what can possibly happen when they travel around the world. I think that's all from my part, and I will pass to my next presenter. Thank you very much.
Thematic. Large group of maps usually focus on a particular aspect of geographical interest, such as historical, economic, population, and related matters. Second, gazetteer. Geographical dictionaries, usually of place name, detailed gazetteer will give additional information on population and possibly leading economic characteristic of the area. The last one is good books. Furnish information on everything from the price of a motel room in Paris, for example, to the primary sites of interest in New York.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Mukhlis Muhaimin bin Ahmad Taufik. So as for my part, I'm going to explain the points of evaluation for geographical sources. In my part, there are 5 points that I'm going to explain. The first point is authority. So what is the authority for geographical sources? Firstly, the reliability of maps and atlases depends on the expertise of the editorial staff and also cartographer, their qualifications and also their experience. The process involves heavy expenditure as compared to other reference tools. For that reason, the most countries of the world have their own cartographic agencies. For example, we also have in our country Jabatan UKO and also Pemetaan Negara. As for example, in international, there are well-known firms producing both maps and atlases like Randy McNally and Company, National Geographic Society, and also Oxford University Press. Next, the second point is scope. So the scope covers specific work, which are the area covered, with world, continent, nation, state, city, and so on. As for the types of maps include the topographical or thematic, such as political, physical, geological, commercial, historical, linguistic, and so on. As for the information provided regarding latitudes, longitudes, area, population figures, and so on, indicates the scope of work. So as for the third point is scale. So scale is the most common characteristics that distinguish cartographic materials from all other reference materials. It refers to the size of representation of the area. For example, 1 inch on map can be equal to 2,200 miles on the Earth's surface. And actually the calculation depends upon the map that we taken. Also, a good map or atlas always identify the scale, and the scale usually indicate at the bottom of the map. Next, the fourth point is currency. Owing to political and at times topographical changes, names on the face of the earth keep changing. So, in order to keep track and ensuring the information provided are up to date, it is necessary that maps and atlases are revised as often as possible. For example, is the place name changes, new roads, railroad abandonment, boundary changes, new dams, new bridge, power lines, and so on. Then the fifth and last point for my part is index and format. So the index should clearly list the names of all the places in a map alphabetically and provide reference to exact map, age, latitude, and longitude. An atlas without index to the maps, their location, and the place names they contain is of questionable value as a reference tool. As for the format, when one considers format, the obvious problem is to print a map with such a way that it is easy to read and mass or names which cover a densely populated area. The example is print publication on CD-ROOMs, website, size and storage requirement. So that's all for my part. Thank you.
Proceed to the other point of evaluation, which is cost. The cost of geographical sources can be expensive, plus there is an increase in the number of the quality atlas in political cause the difficulties for the librarian in order to make the main choice among the geographical sources. The other points of evaluation is color and symbols used in maps. The direction in maps more to yellow, which is political boundaries, the railroads, and any altitude lines. Plus, color may also used to show land heights, ocean depths, and so on. Now we're moving on to the geographical sources, the example. The first one is Geographical Encyclopedia, 2. Atlases and maps, 3. Gazettes, 4. Thematic atlases and maps, 5. Street maps, and the last but not least, travel guides.